stream. Don't mind me as we're sitting on Ponte Vecchio. I'm just going to get us going here with some putting this on Twitter and adding the right thumbnail for this video. We're gonna have a good time, and cool, great, love that. Off we go. We're having a blast. Alrighty. I am here playing some Assassin's Creed 2 again. Did it last week. We're back. And this time, I am thrilled to be joined by our pal, Yellow. Say hi.
Hello there.
We're actually hanging out in person. Wow, real world, amazing. That's never happened before. You may know Yellow from his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ludohistory, where he streams. He's also been in our Assassin's Creed Valhalla stream from last year, 2018. Those 2 years.
2018.
Oh boy! Wow.
Yeah.
And then also he was an immense help, and he appeared in the Viking Age video. So. We are here hanging out today. If you've been in chat with our streams, then you probably know him, because he's usually in chat. But now, we are hanging out in person.
Exactly.
Incredible, amazing. Stream time, woot.
Whoa.
History. Ignore the vacuum cleaner in my hallway.
Technically not my first time hanging out with you in person, but my first time hanging out with Cleo in person.
It was Cleo in person, yeah.
This is what is important.
Exactly, and on stream. So, we first ran into each other in Iceland, randomly.
Wild.
Yeah, absolutely, completely unplanned. Let me tweet this out.
So, here's the deal.
Bingo. Okay, great.
If you've never been to Reykjavik, there are streets where all the tourists are.
Yeah.
Like, literally two. Countries not that small. I mean, small population, about 350,000, but not that small, and most of them are in Reykjavik anyway. And so, I was living there doing studies out there, so I tried to just, avoid going downtown to avoid dealing with tourists all the time. But my advisor's office was down there. And so, by sheer dumb coincidence, about 30 minutes after Blue and Cyan went for their trip, landed in Iceland for their graduation trip to Reykjavik and Copenhagen, I literally walked past them on the street.
Yep. We were just coming out of our hotel from having checked in that morning, and then I hear, "Hey, Blue!" My real name, not Blue, and I'm like, "What?" And I had never seen you in person.
We'd worked together.
We'd been on stream. Yeah, we'd been on streams and stuff. We knew what each other sounded like. So I'm like, wait, and then it was we just we met. We're like, oh shit, what the hell? And we had an entire day of stuff. I think we went on the Great Circle tour, or the Golden Circle tour, later that day, which is wild. But yeah, so that was insane. And then we hung out after you came into town for your master's program, and then I got married, and you were at the wedding, which is great. We were able to assemble the OSP gang, me, Cyan, Red, Indigo, Yellow, and almost all of the greens. Actually, yeah. Yeah, all of it. No, all but one of the greens. Rip. Love you, Isaac. All but one of the greens in one spot. So, that is a brief history of that. We're going to be playing some more Assassin's Creed.
Uh-oh. Red Seg audio
shade rough.
Oh, boy.
Whoops. I don't know how to fix that. I can do a little bit of adjusting. Is the quality not good? Is the balance not good? I don't know what the problem could be. It's a little reverby.
Fancy.
Huh. Dang it.
I have no idea why that would happen.
Oh, it's cool now. Cool. I fiddled with some of the chords. We'll pretend that was no. Okay, so we're doing some Assassin's Creed 2 again. Last we were in stream, the Patsy attempted to murder the entire Medici family in the middle of Mass, and we didn't so much stop them as we stopped Lorenzo from bleeding out, and now he wants to kill all of them, which is an understandable reaction.
Yeah.
So we're about to chat with him right now.
They
and
did
get
a
started on
little
that.
bit murder his brother.
Yeah, they slightly stabbed him to death.
When I was 6 years old, I fell into the
Not to have
Arno.
too much audio
I
echo
soon
here.
found myself drifting down. And in
Check off audio on your bingo cards. Oh, Indigo.
Accepted my life was at an end. Instead, I woke to the sound of.
I don't know if the story of Lorenzo drowning, or almost drowning in
At
the
her
Arno is
sides
true,
to
if
the
they just made that up for gameplay. I'd believe they made it up
Soaking.
for gameplay.
Smiling at me.
We can find out.
My mother
Yay, Wiki
explained
Crush.
that he had
True.
saved me. And so began a long and prosperous relationship between two families.
And the Florentine mahogany
Yours.
does look nice. I think we should change up the colors every stream, so we'll find a new one.
I am sorry I could not
but
save
the
your
mahogany
father
is a
and
nice,
brothers.
It is-
nice outfit.
it is a
yeah.
good look.
To apologize for.
I mean, it'll at least do until we get to
Believe
Milan and
Jacopo
get
de
some of those
Pazzi
gorgeous,
played
gorgeous
the part of the
Milanese.
days.
Tragically, Milan does not appear in this game.
Oh no,
Uh,
is it just Venice that's in it?
Yeah, it's just Venice. There's
Boo.
no Milan. There's Forlì.
No, they've hidden themselves well.
Hey,
Just gonna laugh at that and move on. Man, they didn't really like go out of their way to do Forlì dirty,
my family
but
as well.
they did Forlì dirty anyway. It does not come off great in this game. It's like Florence is like big and bright and like orange and red, and it's all these like cool architectural patterns and things. And San Gimignano is like the rolling Tuscan hills and the yellow and green countryside, and all these like tower skyscrapers. Venice is all, the blues and pinks and, bright waters and sun. And then Forlì is like, well, we haven't used the dark brown mud and vomit color palette in this game yet, so let's just
Hooray.
slap it on Forlì.
It's meaningful to me as well.
Then consider it a gift. Che il Signore ci
God, I remember first time in AC1 seeing Acre exactly
Oh.
like that. Just mud ages.
Yeah. Because the way that they did the let's look at the Pazzi conspirators and see what Sean has to
Jacopo
say.
de Pazzi, the money.
Indeed, the
This
money.
guy was the head of the Pazzi family, and he ran their banking business. An associate of Lorenzo de Medici, he had nothing against him personally. So he hired 4 Templar hitmen to take care of the situation for him. Bernardo di Bandino Baroncelli. Brought up to hate the Medici family for the exile of his cousins, Baroncelli ran the numbers in the Pazzi bank by day and murdered for the Templars at night. It was Baroncelli who delivered the first blow. Stefano de Bagnoni. Known for his cruelty, Bagnoni was trained in Rome as a
He
Templar
was, I think, the
butcher.
middleman who
It was
tried to get
Bagnoni
the
who
Pope on
stabbed
board.
Lorenzo de Medici in the back.
I think that was part of his
Antonio
deal, because he was
Maffei.
like a priest. so
Witness
he'd be,
to the
like,
sacking
bopping
of
around
Volterra
the
by Florentine mercenaries, Maffei blamed Lorenzo. He joined the Templars to seek revenge. It was Maffei who slashed Lorenzo's neck. Archbishop Francesco Salviati.
Oh,
Convinced
no, it
he
was
would be the
Salviati,
next
never mind.
Archbishop of Florence, Salviati was
All these guys,
enraged when
their
Lorenzo
names are just
stood in
like
his way.
big open syllables.
Templars were there
Exactly.
to heal his wounds. It
But
was Salviati who marched their
unfortunately,
troops into the city.
With all this, there's shoehorning in the Templars so hard that it's really hard to get a sense of who played what role in the conspiracy, apart from the Templars did spooky stuff and recruited
exactly.
people.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we have assassination contracts unlocked
Hooray.
now. We can go do hits for Lorenzo de Medici, and then Sean's
I've
gonna yell
marked
at
the
us, or
Palazzo
no, Rebecca's
Medici
gonna
on
yell
your
at
map.
us.
In order to achieve 100% sync with Ezio's life,
Oh yeah,
you should
there's
go explore.
a special event where we can go and save Lorenzo from something or other. I think it could be cool to do the Duomo tomb to
Yeah.
start us off today before we
Let's
go.
do it, especially
before we
since,
go to
you
San
know,
Gimignano and start
AC
murdering
Valhalla
everybody.
just added tombs to it.
They did, yeah.
They're oof. They're big oof.
Yeah, they're yeah.
I'm going to be exploring them on Friday.
Oh, that's fun because
Yeah.
really they just they leaned way too hard into like the oh my god everything old and everything old and Celtic is like spooky and exotic.
Surprise!
Yeah,
God, why did they not just make a Rome game?
they clearly wanted to.
They super
They
wanted
clearly
to.
wanted to.
Are you kidding me? Putting freaking Ikani tombs?
Where on earth is this? I think that I need to go grab. But I was gonna say with AC1, the way they did it was interesting to distinguish the cities because they didn't have the most power behind the game. So one of the fairly clever tricks was that they just put a giant like color wash on all of the cities. So Damascus is like, it is big and gold. Jerusalem, super duper green. Gray. Which, like, it works. They're visually distinct.
Works.
It works, but it's like, it's just, yeah.
Yep.
They didn't quite get the city design down in the first game, especially because they, I think you had mentioned in one of your streams that they didn't show, like, any of the color that would have been in a medieval city. It was all like, look, it's gray and gross.
Yeah, the worst offender there is the Gothic Cathedral, which is, I believe, actually from Schacht.
Oh, of course it is. In Germany?
France.
Damn it.
Yeah. But it's this gorgeous early 13th century cathedral, and they do it exactly as it exists in modernity, which is to say after all the paint chipped off.
Oh,
There's actually
yeah.
I think that's the one that has a restoration project. Where they're actually doing a light display around the front entrance with all the colors that would have existed around that when it was new.
That's perfect.
It's
That's absolutely
nuts.
perfect. I've seen, there's that post that goes around on the internet every once in a while of an old like a triumphal arch or something that's like half busted down, and there's one view where they have this glass pane with black lines carved on it. So if you look at it, you'll see like the original building as it is now through the glass with the outlines, how it is, how it would have been back then. This is like an extremo version of that, which is super duper cool.
I mean, I love all these ideas of like superimposing the different ways you can superimpose reconstructive work with the extant building.
Yeah. You know what I would kill a man to see? I would kill a man to see them do that for the Parthenon.
Hell yes.
Yeah, no, I would crime for that to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are inside the Duomo. It is a big dome. The inside is currently completely unpainted because I believe it did not receive its interior dome fresco until the 1500s, late 1400s. I'm not entirely sure. But if you go today, the inside is almost completely barren like this, which is a choice. It leaves something to be desired. There's a style of church architecture that was popular a little earlier and a little further north, where they basically paint the tops of like all the arches and the apse like a dark blue or green, and then paint on stars. That's the look.
That's
the
good
look.
look. Sadly, a bunch of those, get destroyed after the Protestant Reformation because they whitewash over the top of it.
Yeah. Also, they did a cute little trick here where they have the Venice flag,
nice.
again, as the Florence flag for no fucking reason, and inside there's a poison vial because the assassin that we're here to check on is the one who used poison. So it's like, why does the Duomo have a flag with poison in it? Game design, don't question it.
Don't even worry about it.
This mosaic with like the weird kind of like forced perspective, like infinite drop, is actually as it is in the Duomo. But this octagonal thing, I don't know if it was removed later, but it's not there today. They just made this up for gameplay purposes. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they did this as a nod to the baptistry because they don't actually have the Florence baptistry in this game. But that's just me saying bullshit. I don't know if that's actually true, but it seems like the kind of weird, dumb shit they would put in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're trying to do like a weird like knockoff choir partition, and it's like I've seen those. Cordova has one, but not octagonal and not in Italy.
Yeah. These paintings are, as far as I'm aware, actually paintings that you see in some of the churches in Florence. It's a style. It's pretty cool.
Really?
Do they have the Dante painting? Oh, of course they don't have the Dante painting. There's a very famous painting of Dante that's like basically like right here-ish in the actual church, and it's not here in game. That's okay. Let's actually do this too.
Yep. By the way, chat, the big dumb hammer looking thing is because I memed Hammer Time into existence.
Oh yeah,
last week.
we are using we're using the big dumb hammer. This is from Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, which is the game that released like the same week as AC2. It's the second Altair game that was only for PSP. An odd choice. It's not a bad game. It's very hampered by the technology of the PSP,
Oof.
but it's not a bad game for what it is.
Oh, there's like a 200-year difference in those paintings. Holy moly!
Yeah, yeah. This very like Da Vinci style,
I mean, yeah.
like prime Renaissance fresco, and this like
Solidly
high medieval as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. This clock tower, I don't think that clock tower is correct. I don't know where it's supposed to be, but I don't think it's supposed to be here. That is something that I feel like is demonstrating my lack of complete encyclopedic knowledge of this game. As I look at some things and I'm like, this is wrong, but I don't entirely know how it's wrong. Which is one way that my streams are very much inferior to yours, because you're pretty much able to, like, on the regular, just bust out the notes of, like, this is bullshit, I have receipts.
Look, I spent a week looking at it for the last time I did that.
There. Wow, they really stretched Ezio's legs on that animation.
Yeah, they did.
Oh man, best line in the game. Bene. Now I have a way back up in case I fall.
Yeah, I think the last time I had that super one was the Discovery Tour Viking Age, and literally I spent a week straight doing research for that.
I was like, hey, hello, how's it going? Hell. This has to be wrong. This is way too complex. This has to be wrong.
I mean, it's definitely Gothic stained glasses could be that complex. Salisbury has some that are at least that
I guess
complex.
if they're painted, then maybe. I don't know. Again, I don't know enough to be able to say, I'm like, seems like bullshit, but I can't prove it's bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know Italian, like, I guess, post-Gothic particularly well. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the outsides of the buildings a lot better than the insides.
Exactly. Right. It doesn't strike me as super implausible, just because when you have functionally infinite time, resources, and the ability to just, like, keep looking till you find the best craftsmen in the Mediterranean,
pretty much,
and just bring them on. Right, you can do some pretty stellar stuff just for free.
Yeah.
You don't like what your Tuscan architect or craftsman is doing? Well, we're just gonna go over and hire a French one. Don't like that? Go hire a Sicilian one.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't like that? Go hire an Arabic one.
Yeah.
Someone will know how to do this right.
Yeah, and most people, basically, I would like to speak to your manager themselves up the chain of commands to get all of the Arabic artisans.
Oh, Chad is helpfully saying that it is actually a historical one, but it's from Canterbury.
Oh, okay.
Which, fair.
Alright. I will accept it, but I'm not happy about it. That is a thing that is very much a trend. I don't know if that's actually what it looks like. Because the times I've gone, it's all been under construction in the back, so I haven't actually, like, seen the altar. But that is the thing, is, like, if Ubisoft can find one instance of a thing happening in a certain way, boom, put it in.
Exactly.
Put it in. And then later on, they got a little bit looser with that, but it's like, if they can find any, like, noticeable instance of a thing that they want to have happen in a place that's, like, 500 years either side of where the game takes place, throw it in.
Which, I don't hate.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. It's a totally fine strategy, especially when visual spectacle is so important.
Yeah. Yeah, there are definitely the times where it's done more tastefully and less tastefully.
True.
Where, like, sometimes it's like, oh yeah, that's a jump that, like, it makes sense. It's not too terrible. And some things where it's like, that doesn't fit at all. Now we're getting up in the dome. Yeah, so this is a crazy complicated fresco of the judgment of the everyone and everything that was painted. I want to say later. Checkpoint. Oh yeah, because when you fall off this, you just die.
Oh,
That's fair.
Surprise.
That tracks. Oops, I need to get down. Same mosaic twice, or same stained glass twice.
True.
They really
Three
like
times in
three
a row?
times. They really
Ooh.
like this guy. Can we go for 4? 4!
Yeah.
Hell
Sadly,
yeah.
they obscure just enough of it. I want to check, see if I can find it.
One of the things that I've noticed in in some churches that I've been to more recently is like, usually they have like a kind of, gallery of who's who and all the stained glasses, fairly standard. But it's fun to see who they put in there because sometimes there are some fun inclusions. Like you got your standards, the saints, the apostles, all those guys. But you get some like interesting choices in some places. Like there's one church near me that has like a full Joan of Arc, like armor ready to go, kick ass, like holding a lance and everything, where it's like all these guys and they're like, they're serene robes and it's just like, hey gang, I'm here to come beat up the English. Okay. This is actually a place in the Duomo that you can stand. You take a staircase up the side and then you go walk around, you look at the fancy thing, you take some pictures. That like weird drop down thing is totally not correct. But you take some pictures, you look, and then you walk up the staircase outside of this dome because the Duomo is 2 domes, an inner and an outer one, and between them is the staircase that lets you get to the top.
St. Peter's and St. Paul's both do that exact same thing. Because turns out that's the one way you make them not fall down.
Yeah, until you get steel reinforcement, it's the only trick that works. The additive property of domes. Oh, big jump. Ooh, that's a view.
Phew. No fear.
Indigo says, frequent flyers are as follows. Red and blue, indigo, podcast producer yellow, historian, friend, and streamer. Blue, his wife is cyan. Green, bunch of former roommates of blue. Yep. That's the gang. Ta-da! And here we have Iltani? I don't know. I don't fully remember the backstory on this one.
Fully into the section of Assassin's Creed lore that I do not know and either do not remember or never knew.
Yeah.
But a lot of this looks like it's a good recipe to make Don't Fall Down.
Yeah. I also think it's funny how there's like, oh yeah, legend has it there's an ancient tomb in the lantern of the Duomo. Like, gang, this thing was built like this century. It's only been finished for 50 years. This is like within people's lifetimes.
Nope, ancient. 50 years, no one remembers that far back. No human being could possibly live longer than like 6.
It's an ancient tomb from the 1970s.
The legendary artifact. Bell-bottom jeans.
Oh no. It's the source of Ronald Reagan's power. I'm actually gonna steal that tea as well.
Absolutely.
Drinking some Harney and Sons Dragon Pearl Jasmine tea. Good
it's
shit.
So good.
If you're ever in New York, they have a shop in New York where you can just like try stuff out. Super good.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The ancient tomb, or this ancient manuscript, depicts a mullet.
Oh, that's cursed. Oh, we've got cash.
Hashtag the last duel.
Oh, is that any good? I really wanted to see it. No? Damn it!
I have not actually seen it, but everything I've seen says, one, they try and do try and make people do like French accents.
Oh no.
And
oh,
two,
I really wanted it to be good.
Matt Damon has a mullet.
Yeah. I feel like Adam Driver would be good in it because he's just like generally a very good actor.
True.
Okay. So while we are here, let's take a look at the lay of the land that we've been given right now. So of course, right next to us over there is the Palazzo Vecchio, the old excuse me, game. Okay, thank you. The old city hall where all the business was done. Over there is Santa Croce, where almost every important Florentine is buried. There's a statue of Dante out front because Florence still really wants his body back, but Ravenna's never going to give it up. Machiavelli is buried somewhere underneath Santa Croce, but of course there are so many people who are buried somewhere underneath Santa Croce that no one knows where. So he has like a little like statue tomb thing there, but there's not. It's like his body isn't actually in the sarcophagus they made for him. There's also over there that's a thing, but I don't know what it is. Oh, it's the Ospedale degli Innocenti. That was Brunelleschi's first gig when he came back into Florence after having run away to Rome for a few years. He did some arches and some cool tricks to make that work. Over there, right in front of my head, is the Medici Villa, one of a few villas in the city of Florence. It was kind of like déclassé to have a big house in town, and the Medici, despite the reputation they later got, in the 1400s they tried to not be super ostentatious with their wealth. So they had, a big villa in the countryside, and later on they got an even bigger villa over my screen's a little bit glary. Over there, right above Ezio's head, is the Palazzo Pitti, which is a palace from the Pitti family that the Medici confiscated and took as their own. But until then, that was the Medici's villa. Right across from the Church of San Lorenzo, which doesn't have a face on it, so you see it just looks like it's just like regular-ass bricks. Almost every church in Florence looked like that until after the 1860s when unification happened and they decided, oh, we need to actually put, faces on these. The only two churches that had facades done were San Miniato al Monte, subject to my rant from last stream, and Santa Maria Novella, the first great basilica in Florence. But San Lorenzo is still unfinished. The Medici kept it that way deliberately as a sign of humility after they got banished from Florence and came back, keep them humble. That dome was added later by Michelangelo. It's not accurate to this time period, but it is really cool. And if you are in Florence, you should totally go to the Medici chapels, because they're dope as hell. And then over there is Santa Maria Novella, and that is pretty much the highlights here, as far as I'm aware. So, let us...
That's got pretty much, the whole city.
This is also a clever trick of game design. You aim for that one, you can't reach it, so it gives you another one slightly closer.
Oof. I see they fixed the thing in AC1 where they would sometimes... Right, they wouldn't adjust your position to make sure you actually landed in it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Last time I played, there were 2 times where Altair clipped his face against the edge of a cart and just died.
A couple times I've, in Assassin's Creed 4, I tried to jump from some high height into the water, but the game just slightly miscalculated, so it did the diving animation, head first. Except it landed me head first into the pier.
Thank God you're all right. This madness with the Medici and the Pazzi, is this why you
Wow, and there still are a lot of people who seem to not know who I am, so full proper introduction. Hello everyone, I am Yellow. I also stream under the name Ludo History. I have an MA in Viking and Medieval Norse Studies. I'm currently doing a degree in Cultural Heritage, so I am the medieval resident consultant and friend for OSP. I've known Red for ages, I've known Blue for almost as long.
Almost as long, yeah.
But appeared on streams mostly, but also on the Viking Age video, and consulted on the previous Vikings video before that.
Which is now happily outdated by the Viking Age video.
We take it.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do.
Oh, did we get the poison blade now?
Heck yes.
No, I think this is too early. No?
Do we get something fancy?
All done. I
poison.
Poison
Yeah,
to start.
Nice.
Should you run out, just visit a doctor.
Poison. From a doctor.
In high enough doses.
So yeah, I've also been, a Twitch streamer for about a year and a half, doing games and history, so it's this style of content, but wider variety of games.
Yeah,
and
much wider variety of games. Yeah. You are a lot better at playing more games and at playing games than I am. Okay, can we get... Oh, yes, we can get the fancy...
Yeah.
Get those. Get the Helmschmied. Weapons? No, we gotta stick with the dumb hammer. Stiletto. Channeled Cinquedia. God, it looks so stupid. Let's get it.
Let's get it. I mean, it is a real weapon.
It is a real-ass weapon. All of these weapons are attested. Not at the right times, mind you, but they are attested.
I want to say that's mid-16th century?
Yeah, probably.
That's what I vaguely remember from my one trip to the Musée de l'Art in Paris. That has one of those.
Every once in a while, I think that I want to go back to Paris, and I'm like, wait.
No, you don't.
I really like the idea of going to Paris, but every time I go, it's like, oh god, this is too much. Oh, there's so many people here. Oh, they're all acting so stupid.
True. The one time I went was in December, so that solved that problem a little bit.
Off-season travel is the best.
Truly the greatest time.
If you have a chance to travel in the summer and that's like the only time you can go, like, you know, like that's fine, like, you know, take it, but if you had the opportunity to go off-season, oh my god, it's so much better. You have the whole place to yourself. Sure, like, some stuff will be closed, but like all the stuff that matters is going to be open.
I mean, there's also a fair chance that the weather will just be garbage, but, you know, you take that risk.
True.
So yeah, right, when I went, got to see, you know, actually see the Mona Lisa without a huge crowd of people, so I could actually be, like, look at it.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Damn it, I need the tailor. I need Sarto.
But also, don't go to the Louvre. The Louvre is extremely overrated.
Yeah,
They just,
hello, sir.
They just haven't...
Thank you for your donation.
Amazing. They just haven't updated, like, a lot of their stuff in, like, 100 years, question mark?
I mean, like, really, the collection kind of, like, capped out in, like, 1810. After Napoleon made his round of heists, they were pretty much done.
Sure, but, right, it's just the way they display stuff. It's
yeah.
I mean, the portrait gallery is purple. In the year of our Lord 2018, when I went, they were still making it purple.
Yeah. That is a space in which the Uffizi demonstrates itself to be by far the superior museum. Also, because the Uffizi is trying to... I'm trying to find any tailor.
Literally just, like, one tailor place.
But one of the things that the Uffizi is doing that is really cool is to actually try and get people to visit places in Tuscany that aren't just Florence, which is a hard sell to me, but is a very cool idea in general. Because they're doing a program called the Uffizi Diffusi, like the diffuse Uffizi, where the goal is... No, I'm back at Lorenzo's, or Leonardo's shop. The goal is to basically take their collection and cycle it out to other museums in the Tuscan countryside and in other cities around. I don't know the specific, like, roster of what's happening where, but they're taking a lot of the collection that would, like, otherwise be, like, in storage, and even a few of their heavy hitters, and just spreading them out. So it's like, oh, if you want to see this thing, go to this other town that desperately needs the tourism money. Which is just a really cool idea to get people out of the one cramped city center.
I love that. Because, you know, Florence is a great city. It is the one big city in Italy that I haven't been to that I want to. Haven't been to Venice either, but I care less about that.
That is valid.
But the rest of Tuscany is also gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a lot of similar stuff. Tuscany got off pretty lightly through most of the chaos of post-medieval Italian history. Now, where the...
Just being steadily under French rule helps. God, you got so many florins from that.
Yeah, I know.
Those
That's
are
why
stats.
I drop everything when I see those guys to just steal their shit. Where the hell is this stupid tailor? Well, I'll just work my way over to the edge of town.
Exactly. We will run into one eventually, and then we will look
change our outfit. It's just like, no, my drip is no longer fly. I need to update. The drip is too viscous. It does not drip. Did I use the meme right, kids? Let me know in the doobly-doo. Alright, embarrassing blue gameplay from last stream, failing to kill Francesco de Pazzi. Embarrassing blue gameplay from this stream, failing to find any tailor anywhere. No.
No. We are truly going in circles.
I have to find one at some point. Unless it just rockets me off to the edge of town. Come on. Yes!
We did it!
Okay. Now. Let's get... Scarlet or Crimson? I think maybe the Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Scarlet. Let's go Scarlet.
That yellow's a bit... a lot, but...
It's a little gauche.
But, you know...
It's kind of gauche, but it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, it's a vibe. Okay. Cool. Alright, on the subject of streams, though, next Monday,
True.
At almost this time?
Exactly this time.
At exactly this time. Tune in for me on the Ludo History channel, where we will be playing through some New World, Amazon's new game, wherein they do a big colonialism and attempts to engage with it.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Possibly negative amounts. I am undecided exactly how little it is, but it's maximum 0. It's real bad. I've been running a series where I get people in the historical and or game studies industry to come on and talk history, how they do history, a little bit of the meta discussion of, you know, how do we actually talk about it, engage with the legacies of, you know, the fact that Europe did some murder for a long time. And while inflicting them with that game that does not care and has you do an island wherein everything regrows and nothing can die.
Oh, damn it, I didn't do the link right.
But also murder everyone. I put it in just a moment ago.
Oh. No? Dang it. I gotta do the HTTPS
You do.
/
YouTube is the worst
fine.
at this. YouTube is actually the worst at it. So... it's been great. We actually had a game designer on last week.
That was a really great stream.
We had Javier Rayon, the developer of an Eldritch Aztec horror game. Literally, like, what if the Spanish conquest of the Triple Alliance, but from the perspective of several different people, a Spanish woman, Tlaxcaltecan warrior, and I think a couple people from the Mexica, but with light Lovecraft elements to it for the
which is super cool.
metal as hell Aztec mythology.
Yeah, very fitting. It's like, honestly, it's such a great pairing of just that vibe with how, you know, you can't have a deity called the Flayed God and not be the most metal mythology on planet Earth.
Exactly. So, we are getting a whole bunch of folks on pretty much every week, and together we are attempting to make sense of whatever the heck New World is doing.
So, jump in for that next time.
Because here's the deal. Every time I think it starts to make sense, something new comes up because that game is a mess. Here's the deal, chat. Here's the most recent thing that just came out today that is a mess. Like, also, historically accurate. So, in the game, players can become governors of the different towns and fortresses in the area. Those players are currently, because the economy is so bad, are embezzling money and then switching servers to escape being punished for it.
Oh no! Oh, that's so funny.
It's so good!
Oh my god, you just taught an entire generation of gamers how to commit budget fraud.
Oh, exactly, but also, right, literally perfect reenactment of colonial governorship cross-culturally for centuries.
Yeah, you just steal the
As
money and
early
then
as
run away
Columbus
before...
himself,
Yeah.
you're stealing money and running away.
Oh my god, that's just game design at that point.
I mean, right? If that's deliberate, it's hysterical.
Oh,
but
wow.
it's clearly not deliberate, which makes it even funnier.
Oh man, that is horrible. Special moves. Damn it, I can't do the. I want to get the extra. The extra knife throw ability. I need to go chat with.
Come back anytime.
Need to go chat with Uncle Mario. It's a me, Chris Pratt.
No.
Ezio! Come in.
By the way, while you're here, the Apollo statue that you found a couple weeks ago is actually super cool. Because they have just a miniaturized Apollo Belvedere.
Oh, yeah, we can go take a look at that after that.
Because it is super cool and has a super messy history.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
18th century, or 1800s.
Yeah, that's fair.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Statue itself is fine. It's the statue of Apollo that was discovered in the mid-15th century, so right on time for the game, and the Renaissance frickin' loves it. And then, unfortunately, everyone after it also frickin' loves it.
Yeah.
And so does some yikes.
What is this? What profit?
What did you find, Uncle?
Just another damn mystery. The text here roughly translates to only
the dumbest part of the
profit
game. The
There's
prophecy.
reference to two
Yeah.
places related, but these pages
Meta
are
plot.
Oh,
At least
man.
not on their own.
There was a time when this was so cool,
You'll have to save
and
it
now
for
with the
another
benefit of
day.
hindsight, you realize how absolutely, utterly stupid it is.
Turns out you can't
Now,
write a
if you
prophecy
defeat these
and do that
bastards,
setup
I will
and
need
have
to
no
teach you
fucking
anything.
clue where your payoff is
Meet
going
me on
to
the
be.
plans.
Yeah. I've been watching some GDC talks lately because they're really, really cool. But I was watching a GDC talk from one of the developers of AC2 explaining that they only made the game in like a year and 8 months, which is kind of insane.
Jesus.
I didn't realize it was quite that small. Ubisoft is like, add a whole bunch of features.
Oh,
Also, you only have until next September. Go.
Jeez, I mean that makes sense because they were pushing that yearly release schedule for so long.
That's where it started. Was after that they had the yearly releases, but as soon as AC, yeah, there we go. As soon as AC1 released, they're like, okay, this was great. Your mandate is to make another game. I need to dodge. Yeah. Your mandate is to make another game, have it be critically acclaimed, wildly commercially successful. You have a year and a half. Go, have fun.
And amazingly, they did it for AC2,
They
and then
did
they
it.
relied on AC2 to do it for literally every other one.
Yep. And then after AC2, they're like, oh wait, okay, let's go. And then they started pushing the yearly release, but
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
right, the next two games of the yearly releases are just, let's spend all of the effort on...
Just broke my forearm with his arm.
Jesus Christ. Right, spend all the time on building new environments and then not really doing...
Anything else?
yeah, Revelations, haha.
Timing is very wrong. There we go.
Wow, no, you are just straight up like breaking his face.
Yeah.
That was a lot of blood.
Yeah.
That was a lot of blood.
They had like a early 1940s like Hollywood squib on him.
That,
kick him in
his
the nuts.
elbow. His elbow. That was not how elbows bend.
Signore, we found Jacopo's men, and they wait your word to strike.
Wow,
Relay the following
already.
to go.
Don't you love when everyone else does the plot so you don't have to?
Yeah.
It will be done.
Go, Ezio. Visit with my mercenaries in the countryside.
Because they realized that the
See if
process
Jacopo's lackeys
of
won't lead
like
to
gathering
killing, but be
intel
careful.
on targets
They will
for
be
an
expected.
hour in AC1 was bad game design. Because it's always the same 3 missions that don't even involve gameplay. It's just go to this mission start and sit on
Play a
this
minigame.
bench while the game plays itself for you. And they're like, oh wait, that's bad. Okay, maybe we don't do that.
True.
AC1 had a lot of good ideas that they did not communicate to the player at all.
Yep. I mean, they managed to iterate on it eventually.
Yeah.
Right, the Black Ops missions.
Yeah, no, those are fun. Those are fun.
Eventually managed to be good.
Yeah. I do want to go back to Syndicate at some point, because one of the things I really respect about them is that, like, the modern day is dumb and no one cares. No playable modern day.
True.
4 cutscenes for the entire game. It's great. Syndicate's modern day is perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I play... In order to unlock the Ezio outfit for AC Valhalla, I booted up and played the Star Syndicate and texted you about it. I was like, this
it's
opening
good.
slaps.
It's good.
It has
it's really
the best
good.
opening.
The opening is unfortunately by far the best part of the game, which is a little unfortunate. But yeah, no, the opening kicks ass. Let's open up the mines.
Hey, more money. Exploitation.
Ezio becomes a fucking coal baron. Oh my god.
Actually, what would they be mining in this area right now?
Like saltpeter,
yeah,
silver. I don't know. I have genuinely no idea what they would have been mining
Let's
nowadays.
try and find out.
Because there's, like, I guess, like, quarrying, sure. But that's not a mine, that's a quarry. The connotations are different.
Exactly, that was clearly a mine.
Yeah.
It looks like probably silver.
Silver? Okay, yeah. Alrighty, off to St. Jimmy John's. Apparently the city of San Gimignano is named after Saint in Italian it's Gimignano, but it's in Latin it's like Germanius or something or other.
Yeah.
Who apparently convinced Attila the Hun to just not attack this one local town. It's like, hey, Attila the Hun, please don't. Attila the Hun was
shockingly chill about that.
shockingly amenable to requests to not attack places, despite the fact that he was Attila the Hun. So the townspeople are like, oh my god, thank you, Mr. Saint Man. So they built a castle to honor him, and then it became a city.
Oh yeah, it could be Tuscan marble too, but that would be quarrying probably.
Yeah,
not mining.
yeah, quarrying. We can go check it out later,
Yeah.
but the area in the game is basically under the hill. So it could be a quarry, but they don't have an obvious way for hucking out large pieces of marble, so most likely
Right, silver, saltpeter, or
mine.
salt
Yeah.
itself.
Hey, bro.
Wow, that was fast. Just like walked up. Hey, the bards don't even care.
Sing us a song, you're the... Okay. Oh, am I fully notorious in here? Ooh, yup, yes I am.
Woohoo!
Uh-oh. Okay, we gotta find some wanted posters.
Yoink. Well, good try. Good
Yep.
try.
Damn it.
What's he
All right.
doing up there? Why is... Sir?
I'm about to get embarrassed by another chase sequence.
Wow, you just
Come on.
whiffed.
Fully whiffed.
Congratulations.
Oh. The guards don't like me, but they don't like him more.
You are now ahead of him?
Oh, did he die? Ah, he died. Lovely.
He whiffed the jump worse than you whiffed
Yep.
the jump. So...
Bonk. Oh, God.
Oh. This is... Ow.
Yeah, seriously. These hammer takedowns are absolutely brutal. I need to clear my notoriety.
Every time except for when you slit someone's throat with it.
Yeah, remember that? That was fun.
Because they don't actually change the animations, it's just a lot of them are dumb enough that with a sword that they look like okay with
they
a
look
hammer.
plausible. Yeah. Okay. Cinderella is architecturally fun because it was one of the few cities that retains its medieval towers.
Yeah.
All of Tuscany and much of the rest of Italy would have had tower houses because hard to build. Lots of real estate inside one city, where it was hard to come by a lot of land. So people built vertically. It was also a bit of a self-defense thing. I want my knife back. That's okay. I can deal without it. Oh right, they're spread out all around. Okay, cool. So let's get this tower so I vaguely know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then we're going to... Oh god, which one is it? It's that one. I'll have to use the map to see which one it is.
Exactly.
Is it
Look
this
for
one?
the low poly birds. It appears to...
No, it's that one. It's the Torre Grossa.
Well, that makes more sense. Nice.
I
Shot the ladder.
I almost bit it.
Yep.
Torre Rognosa, I was close. Nope.
Oh, yes. Hide. Why do they still have the... I don't think they've changed those boxes at all from AC1.
Nope, not at all.
So they still have these dumbass raggedy, like, sheets hanging off of them.
Yeah, exactly. These weird boxes for no reason. Ye old TARDIS. It's just a rooftop, like, it's not even a garden. No
Nope.
part of that makes any logical sense. Someone says, my favorite animation in the game is to slit people's throats with a broom. I forgot about the broom. Oh, perfect. Alright. So, where are we going right now? We are going to over there. Okay, we're just going to the other side of town.
Whee!
Yeah. Pretty much. Okay. All right,
We have the
let's try
same
that.
set of... Right, we have the same outfits here, right? Because we're still in Tuscany?
Yeah, actually no. If I find a tailor...
I thought we just walked past one.
Oh, we did just walk past one. The outfits... Ooh. Damn it. Ah, you win this round. The outfits in Tuscany are the same as in the Villa, but they are different from the ones in Florence.
Gotcha.
So in Tuscany we have Tuscan Ember, which is nice. Tuscan Emerald, which is
Yellow.
weird. Tuscan Copper, Ezio spilled his mustard. Tuscan Copper, which I think we got last time. Tuscan Ochre, which is actually kind of neat. And then Assassin's White and bonus skin.
Okay, those are all worse.
Yeah. The Ember is okay. It's like the green version of the Mahogany that we had from last time. The rest of them are not super great. The ones in Forlì actually has some of the best outfits because it's got the white, the black, and the gray outfit.
Yeah.
And then Venice rules because it's got the blues.
It's got the blue.
It's got Venetian wine, which is just one of the best color combinations ever.
Exactly. I think it's the sapphire.
Yeah.
I think that was my go-to.
Sapphire Maroon is just... it's such a good combo.
That worked, I
Don't
guess.
mind me, ma'am.
I feel like that was not what you meant to do, but
No.
he just kind of went, I will catch it.
Almost just kicked that poor woman in the head. If you're ever in San Gimignano, climb the towers, because the towers are fun. Also, for several years, it was voted to have the best gelato in Italy. And there was a couple places that basically passed the title between themselves for a few years. I went to like the one that won Best Gelato 2008, I want to say. But if you are ever in San Gimignano, go get you some gelato. I mean, it's good everywhere in Italy, but it's really good in San Gimignano.
Yeah. I've not been, but I mean, the gelato all over Southern Europe is just... What are they doing up there?
There was a pickpocket who was getting chased by another guard. Why does my mission start? That's one of the difficult things is...
Yeah, looks like it's just in the street below you.
Yeah. Oh, that guy. We saw him earlier. Come on.
We're just gonna do a bit of murder, don't mind us.
Oof.
Oh!
Full baseball bat.
That one looked good.
Man.
2 for 2.
They really went for it with the hammer animations in this one.
We found Bernardo Baroncelli.
Ottima notizia. Tell me where he is and I'll see that he's dealt
Okay, we are out of tea.
That's the trap.
Tragic.
Lorenzo actually had him arrested days ago, after being returned to us from Constantinople.
Yeah.
But he escaped.
Alright, Chad, how's Chad doing?
San Gimignano.
Oh no, my phone just, like,
pin him down.
battery went...
How do you
Oh,
expect
no.
us to see
So,
when the rest of
we're
us
going to be
are
looking off the computer.
I have my ways.
Locate and assassinate Bernardo Baroncelli.
Okay. Oh, this one's fun because he's super paranoid.
Yeah, yes.
He is very aware that he is about to get fucking murdered.
Well... I mean, fair. That's
Yeah.
what he gets for, like, being a Templar. Don't be a Templar. Duh. Okay.
Just need to take things one.
He'll get bored, lost, confused.
Sure. Yep, definitely.
And if he does,
Bernardo, it is unfortunate for you that this is not Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because in that game I did get bored and stopped playing. But here, you will have no such luck.
That game just keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Because the other thing coming up this week on my end is they released another seasonal event that is about the Wild Hunt.
Oh no, that's right.
They sure did. I don't know why the Wild Hunt is a seasonal event in November. It's not like there aren't festivals in November. There are.
free in time.
Oh, he saw me.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, he's running.
I didn't even notice. Okay, well let's just let him get away. We'll try that again. I didn't realize he saw me.
So yeah, I'm gonna have a guest on who actually is like a published author about the Wild Hunt specifically.
That is very cool.
In order to do stuff, because I have good friends who do cool stuff.
We'll try that again. Oops. Okay.
Yeah, like there is a seasonal event that they could have done. There's a thing called the Alvablot, which is attested in one poem, a couple other places, but mostly one poem called the Oysterparadiser, which is mostly just this one guy complaining that Sweden didn't give him good hospitality. Because he arrived in the middle of a festival, and they were just like, no, we're not going to open the doors for you because we're not supposed to open the doors right now.
And Ian Nasser sold him sub-quality copper, too.
Exactly. But it's clearly the first or second week of November, i.e. literally right now. But no, instead we're dealing with Wild Hunt for reasons and stuff.
Because I guess, modern interpretation is, woo, he's too spooky. He's the spooky one. It's like, okay, guys, sure.
True. I mean, at least they didn't give us Samhain. Because they gave us that elsewhere in the game.
Yeah.
But at least they didn't make the seasonal event Samhain, which is not Norse and not medieval. Ish.
Oh god, they do religion so badly in that game. So truly, terribly badly.
Oh, it's great. But hey, it's still better than New World.
Yeah.
Why do I play games that aren't good?
Same reason Red did a video on Stranger in a Strange Land. Pain is entertainment. Unfortunately.
Oh yes, clearly we are. Wait, what? The guy's just
Again?
popped. He just popped into existence.
Right.
Did you that
All
pop
right,
him though?
douchebag.
Let's go.
Get ready for another classic blue chase sequence.
Well, don't worry, this guy's running extremely slowly. I'm just gonna jog my way out of here.
Just smushed his face into a wall.
Where is Jacopo?
So you can do to him what you've done to me?
Yeah, that's exactly what we want to do.
We gather at the church when a meeting is called.
Mi duole dover giungere a tanto. Requiescat in pace.
Alright, and now we run away. Oh my god, there's so many.
There's so many. Ow. Ow.
Come on, game, don't do me like this. Alright, fine.
Let's just leave. They'll just forget about us if we get.
They'll get bored.
Exactly.
Confused. Okay, and bench.
Wait.
Come on. Last guy. Come on. Okay.
They truly did just get bored.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
no.
like, oh, well, I guess our boss is dead, so we're not getting paid for any extra work. It's strictly overtime.
Exactly.
Oh, next mission.
They don't have contracts to say, hey, you can just raid the treasury now because your boss is dead.
Yeah. That's the unfortunate thing with mercenaries is you have to pay them to fight until you have to pay them to not fight.
Yeah.
Because as soon as they win a battle, they're like, okay, pay us to go away, or you're next. Machiavelli wrote an entire chapter in The Prince about why hiring mercenaries is a terrible idea. And then he wrote an entire book about why hiring mercenaries is a terrible idea. And for the time that he spent working in the government of the Republic of Florence, the one thing that he wanted to do is, institute a Florentine militia.
Oh hey, look!
So
Do you see that special spooky page?
Yeah,
off in the
but
corner?
it's dumb modern day, so we're gonna ignore it. Oops. Excuse me, sir.
No, thank you for the breakfall.
Yeah, pretty much. We have to climb up. This one's fun. That's when Ilefe gets altitude. But yeah, his whole job when in Florence was like, guys, please let me implement a militia. I swear it'll work so much better. It'll cost us no money compared to the cost of hiring mercenaries. They'll actually fight for us well. It'll be great. Trust me. And then the city was like, yeah! And then as soon as the Medici came back, they're like, and mercenaries! It's like, no!
But the advantage of mercenaries is that you just hand around money, and then no fighting actually happens because all the mercenaries just kind of wander around asking for money instead of stabbing people.
Yeah, that is kind of what happens, is instead of an actual fight, it becomes an auction, really, for, the highest bidder wins the battle.
And then, they'll normally do a fight, and then they'll go back and go okay, we broke 4 cannons. Can we get paid now?
Yeah.
No, we're gonna go up to the other guy and see if they get paid. And then you'll get the same mercenary companies literally just trade who's paying them.
Yep.
And then they'll break like 4 cannons. And then you're done.
That was 3 missed animation pairings, and then I finally got him. Okay, now we gotta get some altitude on this guy before we can commit murder.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, like, early modern mercenary culture in the Italian city-states is super cool, and I'm glad that they went for it, if only because it gives rich historian content.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, it's such a bad strategy.
But the content.
Yeah, it's a good source of memeage.
Exactly. You can make a whole career writing off of just how interesting, how there's a whole culture around the fact that this is a questionable prospect at best.
Did I lost my weapon? Oh my god.
Congratulations, you now have a far more sensible looking hammer.
Now I just have a standard issue IKEA hammer. Let's slit this man's throat with a hammer. Bingo.
Yeah. At least that hammer looked like it had something that maybe had an edge to it.
Yeah.
Not
it
where
had the
you
sharp
slit,
back edge.
not on the half where you actually killed him with it, but you know. Yay.
Cool.
Actually,
oh, wow.
Chad, I think Cleo's hiding because...
Cleo was napping.
For a while when we were getting set up, she was sitting directly in front of the TV.
Yeah.
Because clearly the whole stream was just going to be us...
It's just for her.
Exactly. Just us staring at how pretty she is.
Hello, my friend. Would you like to get your throat slit with a hammer? Oh my god, hammer twins! Oop,
yeah.
There can only be one! Okay, now let's climb up this dumbass tower and kill this man.
You know, in this light, the red with the yellow is looking pretty good.
It does, yeah. In some of the lighting, it looks solid. Slight historical tangent. One of the reasons that this city actually still has towers, whereas most of the other cities got rid of theirs in the 1400s. Some cities passed like ordinances to get rid of them. Like at the beginning of the 1300s, Florence ordered all of their towers be taken down, so that no houses would be below or above a certain height. And San Gimignano had a similar ordinance that towers cannot be above a certain height, but that's because some of the towers were getting like ludicrously tall. But in the middle of 1300s, a little ditty called the Plague showed up and made it such that it was not exactly desirable to live in San Gimignano anymore. The city submitted itself to the rule of Florence, and it became basically a ghost town for a while. So no one attacked it because it was not of any strategic value. And then it pretty much just like was chill and quiet, and nothing really happened until like the 1800s when it was discovered for tourism.
All right. Oh yes, he's gonna pull out a bow. Well, rip that guy.
Wait, where'd he go? Excuse you? Where's the guy? Oh my god, this is the wrong mission.
Oh no.
Wait, what the... Wait, no, where... Where is... Excuse you? Is my target not here? Where the hell?
I don't see anyone in the area.
Because I swear this is the guy.
I mean, that
Did
is...
he just not show up?
we are almost right on top of him. And there is no one around.
Oh my god, he straight up didn't spawn.
Congratulations. He just, like, forgot to show up to his own assassination.
Yeah, usually it plays like a cuts. Okay, well, I'm just gonna kill myself. And then we're gonna try this again.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Vlad. Bonk. Ladies.
Perfect spread eagle, 10 out of 10.
Ugh. Fantastic. Courtesan holds up like a little sign. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're gonna try this again. Okay. Town crier, assassinate Antonio Maffei on top of the tower in San Gimignano.
Which is where you were.
Which is, that was the little crenellations on top.
Yeah.
Even though crenellations would be absolutely pointless at that height, but sure, go off. Okay. Let us attempt this de nuovo. Let's go again. I love all the random junk they have on the side of these buildings. It's super fun.
It's great.
Oh, Cyan's here. Hello, darling. How are you?
I was just going to wait to see how long it took you to notice.
Because I saw Red's message, "Hey girl," I'm like, who is Red? And then I looked one message up, and it's like, oh shit, Cyan. Hey. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We were gonna try and kill a guy. Yeah, there we go. Now he's got the text going. We were trying to kill a guy, but he didn't spawn in. Our man went home.
I mean, it's one way to not get assassinated. It's just don't
just
show up to
home.
work.
They didn't build any interiors in this game, so it's actually a pretty solid strategy.
Yee.
Will he notice?
No. No.
Yep.
I love that the guards don't notice when one of their own just, truly disappears.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that was Stefano. I hate that guy. A little bit of early Savonarola vibes in this guy.
A little bit. Also, very much like a kind of, I don't know. Certainly, early modern apocalypticism is a very real thing, but this particular way of phrasing things just sounds. Are you supposed to do that, sir?
I guess he can. That's neat.
I mean, maybe he'll walk too close to the edge.
Good dude. Oh, okay.
Ah.
Just got a little confused.
Anyway,
He's got the right idea.
Right, the specific language he's using just sounds very Protestant to me.
Yeah. Yeah, very Protestant apocalypse vibes.
Righteous and upright is he.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I wanted... Okay, there we go. I wanted to kill him still. That's just not going to happen this time. Oh, well.
Away with you, demon. Have some respect for death, my friend.
I'll show you respect.
No, I will. Che tu possa al fine trovare riposo. Corpo e nella mente. Requiescat in pace.
Cool.
Let's just not talk about the quality of that Italian.
I don't remember the original line, but Roger Craig Smith talked about his audition process for the Ezio job, and he said he just did, I don't know what, famous Italian actor from the 1900s he was impersonating, but he was like, I did my worst so-and-so impression. And the casting director was like, wait, no, that's perfect. And Roger was like, really? Okay, I'm going out of town. That way. Okay, we're going to go out over to the east.
Hooray!
Alright.
We have stabbed 2 people, time to leave.
That way, and then that way. That way's east. Perfect. Oh. Gentlemen?
Well, hello there.
Did you guys see the Kenobi trailer? Not a trailer, but the behind the scenes, where it's just Ewan McGregor talking for 1.5 minutes, and that's all anyone ever wanted.
I have not seen that yet.
It was from the other day, because it was there was a big Disney Plus announcement day recently. I didn't watch any of it. I just saw Obi-Wan Kenobi behind the scenes first look trailer. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. And it's just Ewan McGregor chatting. I'm like, I'm with this, yeah. I'm for it. Oh, Daniel Green is streaming? Oh, he's at the Wheel of Time premiere.
Oh.
That's right. He got invited to the premiere of the show.
Wild.
Good on him. Yeah, no, Cyan. Yeah, darling, go check out Daniel's stream. Tell him we say hi. I mean, man's busy. He's at the Wheel of Time premiere. But, like, you know. Okay. Is it over here? Oh, it's up there. Yeah. Yep. We have to go sneak into this man's house. So this person stayed home. This person had the right strategy. Barred the gates to his house, and we have to jump in through the roof to go mess him up.
Unfortunately, we follow Monty Python rules here, and therefore, you do exactly what we say and then you still lose.
Yeah. Come on. Where's the mission start here?
You are on top of it.
Oh, I am on top of it. OSP streaming, gotta go. That's here, over here.
We found
Okay.
Archbishop Salviati. He's barricaded
Oh
himself
no, okay,
inside
bye,
that
Cyan.
building.
Thank you for stopping in. Hope you have a good day at work. I'll be over to pick you up in like
Use them to clear the
2
field.
hours.
Yeah.
Over the wall so you can open the gates.
Oh yes, we have to use mercenaries.
Command over my own army.
It has been like not even an hour of gameplay since we last had an army. What are you talking about, Ezio?
Yeah.
It has literally not even been an hour.
Yeah, you can tell that they wrote some of these lines out of order. That's okay, we have fun. I'm trying to think, like, is there anything else, like, historical that I can talk about? There's some monasteries around here that... Okay, get them. There's some monasteries around here that... Gentlemen, could you...
They're flanking.
There's the Olivietto Monastery on the south side of the map. That is... It's not, like, right next to San Gimignano, but it is in Tuscany. Did I lose my weapon again? What the hell?
Well-programmed game.
Alright, knife time.
Please, Gibbs. Gibbs sword, please.
Oof. Ouch. That went fully through him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oof. Oh, good. This is our dumb looking knife.
Yeah, no, it's the...
Yeah.
It's the full, like pizza wedge knife.
Yeah.
Having a blast.
Oh boy, that is a...
Gobi, slightly less than useless.
That is a chunky lad.
Yeah. Yeah, they finally added in the brutes. Which are a real pain in the boot to deal with sometimes.
Ah yes. Please have control of your whole army. 7 people.
Buy me a little time.
And if you hire any more people, it will dismiss the
I lose my
previous...
first army.
Exactly. In a mission that is the point of take all of my people, go do the thing. Yeah, totally.
This game is done.
This game is so jank and I kind of love it.
Yeah, it's such endearing jank though. That's really the thing that makes it.
Oh. Okay. Just like
sometimes if you get the animations right before they actually engage, you can just whack them.
Just like totally forgot that he was supposed to be doing something.
Oh, you can't slit his knife, Ezio. What do you think that is, a hammer?
Prepare yourself. The assassin has arrived.
I need to find a way to open the gates.
Alright, where's our boy? Come on, gang.
I warned you to stay away, assassin. You should have listened.
Can I? No.
I can get the double stab on the guys here and then jump down again?
I can.
Nah.
Cut out the middleman.
Exactly.
There we go.
Actually doing it correctly.
Yeah.
What
I
a shot.
slightly clipped through that arch, but that's fine.
He knows you come for him, emerging only in darkness to meet with the others.
That answers
Oh yeah,
when.
someone asked about the
Tell me where.
the one OSP
Fede
orange,
dovrebbe dare
which
conforto.
is a meme that is objectively the most needlessly complicated part of the entire OSP Cryon box.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Bye. Later, boys.
You guys lock the doors, which means you guys have to unlock the doors to chase me.
That's oh now they opened them.
Oh. Oh well, Gaza was useless. Better unlock the gates.
Now we need a horse and we ride south. Is that a horse? No, that's a barrel.
That is in fact not a horse.
With the bow burning. That is a scarecrow. Thought it was a human woman. Okay. And goodbye.
We're gonna run over all of our friends and all of our enemies and all of our strangers.
Yeah. Person tried to throw a rock at me. Alrighty. Again, I'm trying to think, like, what historically, like, relevant things can I talk about? There's not a ton in this sequence, because we're not in Florence, we're just kind of out in the countryside. And San Gimignano is cool, but, like, the main historical thing that happened was it becoming a ghost town. Like, yeah, sure, it had its Republican government and all that, and it was part of one city, and then it kind of ran off and joined with Florence after the, like, we need help, Florence, come save us. Come, please do government for us.
Yeah. But
not a lot.
Yeah, for the most part, it's just kind of right. It is just a small player within the much broader conflict of the major Italian city-states, and so there's not a lot to specifically say about it.
Still being chased by those two guys.
I mean, dedication.
Yeah,
like, these guys have not like.
The game is acting unusually glitchy today.
True.
It just did not give me the one other guy, and now the guys are chasing me. I've lost my main weapon like 3 times now. Or no, twice only. Let's go hang out in a hay bale.
That's on.
That doesn't count.
Oh no, you might have to go all the way back and kill them.
We're super glitched.
Oh, this is hilarious. Well, our horse,
all right, back we go.
Conveniently come over to say hello.
Come here, assholes. Got a pizza knife with your name on it.
It was a hammer, but the hammer vanished into the ether, so you'll have to deal with off-brand pizza knives.
The hammer returns to the meme dimension from which it came. Now here's the question, are they actually running in the fields, or are they just locked in a fight with the mercenaries?
Oof.
Oh my god, they're really running for it.
They have attacked the horse. How dare they?
Long. I love that one. You just kick their sword, say no, and then stab them.
And then you don't pick up their sword because you don't need a weapon.
No, I don't need a weapon. All I need are my hidden blades, my pizza knife, and an occasional assist from gravity. Oh my god, he disappeared. Let's get out of here. This place is cursed.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I love this game. I love this dumbass game so much. Yeah, they've got to reboot Desmond. Okay. Oh, we got cash in the villa's chest. Hell yeah.
I think
Oh, okay, go for it. Oh. I ran over, man. Oh dear. Alright, cool. Yellow is taking a call, being an adult doing business. Now let us go to this cool, fun monastery and proceed to give a poor monk a very bad day. Italian city-states from Raptoris, eldritch portals beyond time and space. Alright. Monte Olivieta Maggiore. Big Mount Olivia.
There you are. Listen.
Or Olivia.
Stefano da Bagnone. Just follow this road and it'll bring you to the abbey where he's taken refuge. Wait, before you go, take these. You can use them to create a distraction.
Grabs hammer, game's haunted.
Thanks, friend.
Infiltrate the abbey and kill Stefano da Bagnone. We're in. Okie doke. Oh, I got my hammer back. Hell yeah, I got the hammer back. This man is like, you dropped your hammer back in town. Here is your dumbass hammer, good sir. Ah, now I'm complete. Did I get smoke bombs? Oh, I got smoke bombs. Yellow, good news, we got the hammer back. Yeah. The guy who was giving us the mission just, I guess, gave us our hammer, because as soon as it started, I was holding it, and I'm like, oh, hell yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. Can I go up? Let's go up. I've never actually done this before.
Are you not allowed to break the rules and like stab people inside of abbeys? Like, come on. We've been over this.
I was gonna see if I can climb, but there's not a convenient.
Wait, whoa.
What's happening?
The dialogue there of him just being like, oh yeah, if you think the Lord like gives a shit about anyone here, you are insane. But congratulations. Like, hold up. You know, everyone in here would just say, you know, screw it, we are absolutely beating you up for Giga heresy.
The man just invented deism 400 years early.
I mean, no, like he's doing enlightened atheism.
Yeah.
So it's not even deist. It's just
Oh, it's
heresy.
even worse.
I should look into replacing after Assassin is dealt with.
Like, we are in grayscale there, or sepia tone, so you can't notice.
We agree.
Oh.
If you kill someone in a smoke bomb, no one notices.
Exactly. I was more worried about the other guy who was trying to vaguely protest that maybe God exists.
Oh, Max, oh no, I double assassinated him too! You're right!
The Roman gods.
You, I'm killing you because you're a Templar. You, keep your beliefs to yourself.
Oh, they all have swords. Surprise.
Yeah.
Alright.
Maybe he was not the only person here committing Giga heresy.
Well, that's a choice.
Just gonna hang out with these guys.
Yep, we look exactly like them. You can tell because we're in grayscale.
Actually, I was watching, as I mentioned, the GDC talk on Assassin's Creed 2's development. They had a note about how they were doing the blend system and no one was doing it right. The way that they had it was they had a button that you have to push to activate blending when you're in a crowd.
Yeah.
Which is confusing, so no one did it, so everyone said the stealth is bad and doesn't work because no one was pushing the one button to do it.
Yep.
So he was like, hey, game developer code guy, can we please change the way that this code works so that it just automatically blends when you're in a group? And he's like, no, the game ships in like 2 months. We can't change it. We'd have to rewrite the whole thing from scratch if you wanted to automatically blend. Just make the player hold the circle button. And he's like, I can't do it, dude. So what they did was he was like, okay, hold on. If I just like automatically hold down the circle button all the time, would that make it so that it works? So what they did was they programmed in an input that is mapped to no button and is always held down, so when you walk in, it is as if the game is like, ah yes, they are pressing the blend button, but the blend button is just a variable that's set to on all the time. So they hacked their way into making the code work. It's absolutely genius. It's the kind of dumb video game programming shit I love hearing about. It's so stupid. But also so brilliant.
I mean, I love that.
Yeah. It's so dumb, yet so simple.
Yeah, I mean,
yet
it
so
works.
genius. It's just a variable. It's like, blend button always on? Yes.
Hooray. Until the game just says, oh yeah, you're in the context in which this button does this input. Congratulations, you do the thing.
Yeah, because it used to be you have to be in the crowd and press the button, and then you would blend. But they're
Isn't
like...
that how it is in AC1? Where
Yeah,
you have to do the slow walk?
Yeah, you had to opt into being in the crowd of the monks to blend. Exactly. So they had it like that, and it's like, this is dumb and stupid. Let's change it.
But also, you know, ends up making a lot more sense, you know, when Altair walks into a crowd of monks and then puts his hands together and, like, slow walks. And
Yeah,
it's like, oh, it actually, like, vaguely looks like you might be disguised.
Like, on a purely chromatographic level, it makes more sense because they're all wearing white robes. In this game, it's like, I guess that, like, super rich guy just, like, had some buddies in that group or something. Who knows?
Also, you know, the super rich guy who is wearing the exact same cowl as all of the wanted posters.
Yeah.
Just you could wear a stylish headband instead, and no one would know who you are.
Nice floofy hat. Someone in one of the earlier streams talked about how the outfits in this game are absolutely, completely, like, busted wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm sure is correct. I don't know enough to say how it's wrong. I think slashing was more of a 1500s deal than 1400s, but beyond that, I kind of got nothing. So I will say it is wrong. I don't know how. I think it's mostly that they added in things that come later. Mm-hmm. But if anyone knows about 1400s sartorial culture, please drop a line. Any of the Bernadette Banners of the world.
I do know some people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Jacobo. You're gonna fucking die.
Surprise. He's just right there. Good jumping.
Before we get to the... Not that we're getting to the end of the stream, but we're getting to a good stopping point in this sequence, because they just kind of, like, rushed the missions, because, like, one of the things I wanted to mention while we're doing a dumb, boring tailing mission that takes forever, and is one of the worst things they ever put in Assassin's Creed, why are there so many of them in later games? The one mark against Assassin's Creed 4 is there are so many fucking tailing missions.
True.
Recently, we made a slight change to the composition of my videos on the channel, which is that we created... what at first was dubbed the Box of Shame, and is now a playlist called Blues Bad History. I posted a tweet about it a little bit ago, and I was talking about it on the Discord a bit, but basically, a lot of my old videos are not just, like, low quality, low production value, the mic sounds bad, you know, my visuals are weak, but, like, the history done in those videos is bad and amateurish to the point of being genuinely harmful in its incorrectness. So, I've created a playlist that you can find in our playlists tab called Blues Bad, or just called Bad History, I think. That is all of my mostly older videos that are, for one reason or another, done very poorly. Because on their own, many of them were not, like, racking up the views. But I wanted to be able to say, like, look, you know, everyone thinks, oh, you know, my old work is so bad. But, like, in my case, like, historically, that's gonna be a problem. Don't mind that.
It's fine.
Ignore that.
It's fine.
Just keep walking.
He
keep
tripped.
walking.
He tripped.
Yeah.
Ignore the knife. He just tripped.
You should put in a note to make sure that your guards have more secure footwear. But other than that, just keep walking. Keep walking. But some of my older videos from the beginning are done in a way that belies a complete lack of understanding of what I'm talking about, and just some very weak constructions of a historical argument. So I have put them in a playlist where now you can go through and look at them as sort of like an exercise in analysis of like, okay, what is being done wrong with this video? That it is like, it is in the space where it's like, okay, analyze this as a bad source and think about like, what is it about the way that this video is constructed that is weak? Sure, you know, the audio quality is bad, the video quality is bad, whatever, it's fine. Exactly. But like from a strict like script writing perspective, it is now there for you to look at as an example of how to not construct historical analysis.
Exactly. Right, and the thing, right, when we first kind of came up with the idea that was important was like some of those older videos have significant inaccuracies that are not in the playlist, but the inaccuracies are a consequence of not that anything in there is wrong, but that you are trying to do too much with them. Yeah. So those ones aren't making it into the playlist because those are different.
Yeah, that's a different set of problems where I just fully bit off more than I could chew in some of those videos.
And that's inevitable with, you know, doing 10 to 15 minute histories. Like, I mean, the one I mentioned to you was like the China one, which is in the broad strokes decent enough, but too much content.
What I can say about the China video is that it is functional. It is not, you know, amazing, but it is functional, and it's really like it's a problem of omission more than anything else. Whereas some of the videos are just like, what is in there is bad, and it's not that expanding on it would have fixed it, but that the way that the video was constructed, like my earliest handful of videos are done in a way where I'm doing the like myth-busting approach, where it's like, yes, here is a preconceived notion about how this history is that I'm going to argue against, which is a bad way to do history because you are arguing against a presupposed conclusion that puts you automatically on the defensive, which is just a horrible way to try and conduct any form of analysis. So a lot of the videos that do that are in the sin bin. They're in the box of shame.
Coincidentally, is exactly the reason why I don't love our Reddit's Our Bad History.
Yeah.
Because they're doing exactly that.
Yeah.
Even when the people are really good, real smart historians, and the things they say are really fascinating, it's just like, it's not...
Oops, too far. No, well, that works.
It doesn't feel good, and ends up often feeling nitpicky and ungracious.
Yeah, a lot of the bad history takes are coming from a good place, but end up just not really furthering the conversation. There are some content creators on YouTube, some like big like content farm kind of places. Like I'm gonna take some aim at the infographics show. That stuff's nonsense.
True.
I'm pretty sure it's written by an AI. I'm like 90% sure it's written by an AI.
God.
But like some of those are just like utter like there's almost nothing of value in there. I know some people work on that. I'm sure some people work hard on that. But that's like, yikes, gang. That's just rough. There are some, pieces of historical content that are done by people where it's like, oh, this is the work of a team, and that's an interesting game because it's tricky to tell, like, what's the voice, and sometimes it can feel very, like, textbooky, top-down, kind of like no real perspective or character, and that's a choice. That's a valid choice. There are some places where you have histories that are more... the focus is on the voice of the narrator, which is more what we do, so you don't just get like, oh, it's history. It's like, oh, this is blue telling you a story. This is red telling you a story. And again, that is a choice. It has its own benefits and drawbacks. So what I wanted to do with this is to show, like, okay, like, everyone hates their early stuff, but can I do something productive with it? And the answer is, yeah, I can put it in the box where it's like, this is not good stuff that you should be watching, and most people weren't anyway, that's fine. But it is now in such a way that it is, oh, that hurts, that it is... there for you to analyze, to learn from my mistakes, and try and figure out, like, where did Blue completely fail to explain an important concept or a key player? Where did he fail to draw the line between what's an opinion and what's a historical fact? Where did he misinterpret a detail? Where did he just fully jump over something and skip to... Uh-oh. Am I gonna die? Am I gonna get got? Oh boy.
So if you release me, we'll spare your lives.
Bold.
There we go. Okay. But yeah, no. So it's there. There are a lot of older videos. The original run of the OS podcast, which is just me talking in front of a camera, unscripted, because I didn't have the time to write scripts. Because it was the height of college. I had things I was learning about in class, and I'm like, well, I guess I can put this into a podcast. So those are not like wrong as much, but the information is just presented in such an unhelpful and weird way that I thought, yep, it belongs in the bin.
And additionally, right, it's an undergrad who had like 1 or 2 classes on some of these subjects.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not the level of research that...
No.
Even with the greatest professor in the world, there is a hard limit to how much utility is left from that.
Exactly. So I do this as an offering to anyone who would like to take a look at my work and try to figure out how it can be improved upon and learn from my early work rather than just, leave it up and allow people to stumble onto it and learn something that is not actually correct, or worse, get rid of it and pretend that it never happened, which is also bad for its own set of reasons. So that's the box of shame. That's the bad history playlist. I hope that you enjoy it, whether or not you watch any of it, which definitely don't feel obliged to. Like, honestly, please don't. But as an exercise in the quality of historical writing, I hope it is of some worth.
Exactly. And it is super cool because it is something that, really, as far as I know, no other history YouTuber has ever really done.
Same. As far as I'm aware, no one else has done it.
Like, most people, you have something like Extra Credit Slides videos, which will talk about a couple of things, but are generally vastly inferior to just admitting, yeah, this was not the kind of content we can or should be proud of, and here is we are going to format this content now in such a way that you can actually use it as a pedagogical exercise.
Yeah. It's an autopsy thing.
Exactly. It's just It's super cool. It's super unique in the space. I think it is the correct way to handle a lot of those videos. Cough Africa, cough.
Yeah, no, that was the biggest one that I knew needed to get put in the box. It was there were a lot of things wrong with that video, obviously. Boop. I wish I could have hit him with the hammer. That would have been so much funnier. But yeah, it was funny. Yellow, you, Red, and I were hanging out the Monday before the wedding, and we just gotten some snacks, and we were sitting in a park, and then we were talking about something else, and I was like, "Wait a minute, guys! Concept. What if I put all of my old bad videos in a box of shame?" You were like, "Yes, great, do it."
I mean, this is something that whenever I'm talking about like popular history with other historians, they are generally extremely pessimistic about the state of video content in history YouTube.
Which is valid.
Which is
Most of it's trash.
And so, right, are always surprised when I give the somewhat more positive take of, no, there is like genuine value, and a lot of these creators are genuinely thoughtful people who are like sometimes have more enthusiasm than expertise, but are genuinely thoughtful and are trying. And it's like, well, okay, that's fair, but then why don't they just like delete the old videos when they realize that they're wrong and bad? And it's like, that's not actually how YouTube works.
It's tough. The way that I give a little write-up rundown in the playlist description for the Bad History playlist, and I say, these videos were, the very first ones that I made. I was just getting used to the process of making them, and it came from a place of enthusiasm, a lack of understanding, and a desire to emulate the content that I enjoyed at the time, which is a potent and dangerous combination.
Exactly.
Okay, Palazzo Medici. So yeah, actually, the Palazzo Medici looks more or less like this in real life. I think it's the same with the taller part all the way around, but it's been a while since I've seen it. And I think in real life it actually looks at San Lorenzo, but I can't be 100% on that one. Anyway, we have killed all the bad guys, and now Lorenzo's going to give us a piece of cake.
I've never before believed I could desire the death of others so badly.
Nor I.
Ezio.
But yeah, that's I don't know if there's anything else to say about the Bad History, but
I think we've covered it decently, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It was something I was super happy, and that like I shared it around to all of those sad historians, and they were all like, "Oh well, this is actually super cool."
So look, he's repented.
I mean,
no, I'm not putting words in your mouth.
But also, right, the idea of, they are receptive, people are receptive to this kind of feedback and understand, 4 years down the line that they have gotten better at doing history.
Yeah. And I'd wanted to find something to do with those videos forever and ever and ever. The original ones, the way that I did it was, like, for my very first video, which is the Athenian Empire, it's called Athenian Empire, better version in the description, and it's a link to one of my newer videos on Greece that is kind of replacement. So I had thought of, like, have the old one direct to the new one, but that doesn't quite do it, and it doesn't really allow me to get rid of the ones that are crap but don't have a replacement yet.
Exactly.
So yeah. One of the videos that got put in the box was the Egypt video. That one will have a replacement on the sooner side. Not quite yet, but on the sooner side. Much to the thrill of Billy, one of our wonderful Discord mods. Oh, Cleo, hello. Welcome, Cleo. She wants to say hi. Oh, she heard we're talking about Egypt. She's here to be worshipped.
Washka.
Just like gib pets.
Don't worry. The equal answer is, please come up here. I wish to pay you more. You're sitting just out of reach.
You can also just pick her up. She might be receptive. Sometimes she is, sometimes she's not. When Cyan picks up Cleo has a ball. When I pick up Cleo, she tolerates it for a bit at best, and then she's like, okay, I'm out. Split this man's throat with a hammer. Good.
Nope, she wants to sit distantly aloof.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a cat mood if I've ever seen one. Do we go here? Yes, right here.
I'm only gonna look at you every 3 seconds as if I wish to receive pets, but don't actually pet me.
Leonardo! Leonardo!
Oh, Leonardo's moved. That's right. He's gone to Venice.
Oh no.
But he is gone.
How
Maestro
dare he?
Leonardo was commissioned by a Venetian noble to paint some portraits. He paid for the maestro to move his entire
This, as far as I'm concerned, is not true. Leonardo moved to Milan and then to France. I don't think he ever spent a prolonged period of time in Venice. That's just for the sake of the gameplay, which is valid.
I think that's why I was like, oh yeah, we totally have Milan in this game, because I know Leo moves.
Yeah,
and he moves to Milan.
Yeah, okay, so we gotta go to the Apennines. Alright, cool. So we'll save the Apennines for the next stream. We've got like another 20 minutes before we gotta run. What should we go check out? Let's go check out San Lorenzo, because it's a very, very pretty building.
Looks like he did play very briefly there.
Okay.
Let's see. First Florentine period up to 82. He goes to Milan until 1500. He's back in Florence in 1500.
Oh, Cleo did a flop. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch from the Little Miss. Oh, we love it.
Yeah, so he... Okay, yeah. So, after Ludovico Sforza, the Duke of Milan, gets overthrown by France.
Oh no, that's right.
He goes spends like 3 months in Venice before going back to Florence.
Gotcha. Okay, so only the barest historicity behind that.
Exactly. Certainly, what are we in, like 1480?
Yeah, we're in the 1480s.
He still is in Florence in this time.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I will hide behind the chimney. It is a flawless strategy. Sniff.
I stealth.
It actually works, almost, kind of.
And off you go.
Stealth. Oh.
Now, once again, they do their little cheat by having some construction scaffolding on the side to show, like, oh, wait, this building isn't really here yet, it's still under construction, which is cheeky.
Yep.
This one was done by, I want to say Michelangelo. The one on the right, the old sacristy, was done by, oh, wait a minute. Oh, fuck. Okay, that one was... okay, one of them... Okay, the one on the right and the middle one, I think, are both Michelangelo. The one on the left, I want to say, is Brunelleschi, because one of them was Brunelleschi. They added it in later. This used to be a church with a little square top instead of a dome or anything fancy like that. And it's, again, a classic Gothic shape with... Ooh, jump, don't die, don't die. I'm gonna die. Yep, that's okay. But it's high nave, low aisles. Classic Gothic shape. Darn, I really thought I could get that. Ezio just holding out his hands for the ledge. Am I in the right spot? Hey, I'm in the right spot. Yeah,
hey.
So this like weird patterning with like the front undone. All of the churches in Florence, except for San Miniato al Monte, which is not in this game, and Santa Maria Novella, basically looked like this, like open brick, totally unfinished. Because it's expensive to put a facade on a church.
As it turns out.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of money. Yeah. And what I was saying, last week when I was talking about San Miniato...
San Miniato.
The thing that I was checking, right, when they say, oh yeah, the first great basilica is not that. I was like, were they doing a sneaky? Because the basilica is defined by the shape of the nave, primarily.
Yeah.
But San Miniato has that.
Yeah.
So
well.
Rip.
Yeah.
Truly just yeeted it into the alternate dimension wherein the not Jank lies. It's like wherever that guard went to when he just poofed out of existence. That's where San Miniato
is.
The
glitch dimension, yeah. It would be just up the hill. There's a really great view from Piazzale Michelangelo where they have another statue. Oh man, the cape works really well with this outfit. They have another statue of the David in bronze up on the little piazza right next to San Miniato, and there's a great view. Oftentimes, if you come into the city with like a bus tour, they might like to stop there and give you a lay of the land first, but it's a really great view of the city.
Nice.
Worth going up there if you at all have the chance. I'm trying to think. What else can we go check out? We went to go check out San Lorenzo, which this whole dome was added later. There's a really cool chapel inside the Medici chapels, which are basically a tomb for the Medici Grand Dukes, which was funny because it was essentially completely unfinished at the time that the Medici Grand Dukes like died off, and the great Grand Duchy of Tuscany passed to the Austrians? Yeah. So the interior was like almost completely unfinished. They were going to do a big mosaic, but they just hired someone to do a fresco instead, which still looks good. But there's this whole like mosaic ground patterning, and the walls have this intricate tile work that is still being worked on right now. It might be done by this point, but last I checked they were still working on it. And there was supposed to be one bronze statue for each of the 6 main Tuscan Grand Dukes. At the moment, only 2 were actually in there because they kind of ran out of... They didn't run out of money, but like the project to create the sculptures kind of hit a bit of a snag after enough time passed. And they just they needed to find a new bronze sculpture architect, and I just guess they didn't. So they're missing 6 of the sculptures. I don't know if they're going to put those ones in, but it would look really nice if they did. So if you get a chance to go to Florence, go check out the Medici chapels. They're super nice. There's also a really fun museum kind of right around this cloister. It's in one of the side buildings that has a bunch of old Florentine trinkets and museum pieces and stuff, including some violins made by Antonio Stradivari for the Medici family, which is really funny because it used to be that the main instrument of the Renaissance was the viol, which is kind of like a cello but with a slightly larger range. I think it has a 2-octave range, but don't quote me on that. It was a very versatile instrument, similar to a cello. That was considered to be the only instrument worth building or playing in Renaissance, string music. But Antonio Stradivari really liked the sound of the violin, so he made very famous violins. But at the time, everyone thought he was wasting his time because the only instrument worth making was the viol. So it's why is Antonio Stradivari wasting his time and energy making violins when he could be making viols?
Yep.
So
they also have the Rebec as the smaller one, but that's a little bit older.
Yeah. Oh, hi Cleo. Cleo just nudged her face into my arm, requesting pets. What a good little miss. Do I hear bees? I think I hear some bees. Hi, little miss. Little Miss Cleo is full of bees today, which is wonderful.
No.
She is so happy. What a good cat. Amazing. Red says, Cleo girl, I'm here.
do you want to say anything for the camera? For the mic, Cleo?
Last stream, she got up and screamed in the middle, which was wonderful.
It was great.
Loved that.
Oh, Cleo.
Oh, little miss. Little miss. Anyway, that's Stradivari's violins, and why they are so rare is because he didn't make a ton of them because everyone gave him shit for it. Until enough time passed and they realized, oh wait, he's actually kind of onto something with the violins.
And then
Man,
there were so many. Right, the one street he lived on, it just produced absolutely top tier instrument makers.
Yeah.
Because when he gets really established in his career, I think it's Amadi also lives on that street.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And it's just this one street has 4 great violin makers.
It is funny when you just see there's one localized part of town where just all of the people who are really good at their thing hang out. It's similar to, let's go over to Ponte Vecchio, which in the time of this game was just any other bridge. Long. But during the time of the Medici Grand Duchy, it was converted into, instead of a bridge with butcher shops, it was converted into a bridge with goldsmiths because the daughter of one of the Grand Dukes was like, I want gold! And the dad is like, you got it!
Congratulations.
So they kicked off all the butchers, and it took another 30 years for the smell to subside. But then they put in a bunch of goldsmiths, and now you can buy lots of very fancy gold, very little of which I think is still manufactured in Florence. But you can buy some nice stuff over there. That's generally a piece of advice is if you want to buy something fancy, go to a place where they show you making it. Otherwise, you have no idea if it's actually from there or not.
True.
Sometimes it will be. Sometimes it won't. Like, any glass that you buy in Venice from a place that is not also a glass-blowing shop was made overseas.
Yep. That is one thing I love about just like going shopping in a souk. It doesn't matter if it's Turkish, Moroccan, Syrian, wherever, right? Because all of those shops are extremely likely to be also where they make the thing.
Yeah.
And they will all show you because they are all extremely proud.
Yes.
About how they are making the thing.
One time I was with the one green who wasn't at the wedding. He's Turkish, and I visited him in Istanbul with my mom, like the summer after my freshman year of college or something. And we, like, the first day we were there, we went to the Grand Bazaar because my mom wanted a rug, and like a coward, she didn't get one. But we went to this shop in the bazaar that was this rug shop. Where my friend and his mom were like, this place is good. So they're just like throwing rugs on the ground for us to look at, and I was like, Mom, please. She was like, and I'm like, no. Like, they gave us tea, they had these like comfy seats for us. Then... Oh my god.
Boo.
I was heartbroken that we did not get a rug from the Grand Bazaar, because even if it is not the exact rug that you wanted, to be able to say that you got a rug from the Grand Bazaar is a flex. And it's the kind of flex that my mom is not the kind of person to pull off, but I am. She'd be like, oh, this rug is so nice, look at the materials. And I'm like, let me sit you down and subject you to 30 minutes of historical discussion because of this rug that you otherwise probably would not have noticed.
Yup.
So anyway, yeah. Right up top here, I mentioned this in the last stream, it's the Vasari Corridor, also built later. The Florence that you see in this game is not the Florence of Ezio's day, but is the Florence of the Grand Dukes, which is fair, because that's also Florence as it kind of comes to us now, for the most part, in terms of the big buildings. They do have some restraint in the things that they show. Not a ton. They show more restraint in Venice. But they have a couple tactical anachronisms here. For the sake of the fantasy, which is a strategy they do a lot more in the rest of Assassin's Creed, but they had a lot, like we were saying at the beginning of the stream, they had a lot more restraint here.
Yeah, but ultimately, right, it's the same mechanisms they're using. So, I have an article in Press on historical game studies, so not Assassin's Creed specifically, but this is the broad field of historical game stuff is kind of what I specialize in.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's totally understandable that a game is doing this, because you need these landmarks to make people think this building is right. Even though it's wrong, right? Even though it is objectively wrong, you need these landmarks for the landscape to feel and look right.
Yeah.
And, right, it's super obvious if they botch it, right? A great example would be, like, Watch Dogs' version of Chicago.
Oh.
Is so scuffed that everyone recognizes it, because all the landmarks aren't in the right places.
Yeah, there's a handful of city blocks that they do it pretty well, but outside of like the most downtowniest of the downtown core,
you have the mile
weird.
and then like the loop is on an island.
The loop is on an island
for no obvious
reason. And then they have this one part of the city in the top northwest of the map called Pawnee, which is like, I don't know what they were going for.
I got nothing.
But it's got mountains. There are no mountains in the state of Illinois. There are no there are no mountains in a 4-state radius within Illinois.
True.
But yeah, no, it is a choice. It is a strategy, and you can tell when it's done tastefully and when it's done poorly.
Exactly. And in this game, I think you can criticize all of the choices validly and meaningfully, but undeniably they do a real good job on making these Florence and San Gimignano and Venice really feel like early modern, like how we imagine early modern places to look and sound and feel like.
Yeah, they do a good job.
So a lot of the other critiques are really at the end kind of ancillary to what the designers are trying to do. They succeed at their goals. So, congratulations.
Yeah. Like for instance, this building right to the right of Ezio's head, the Palazzo Pitti, that was built later. The Medici colonized it as their own palace, kicked the owners out of Florence for being too ostentatious, and then stole it. That was built later, and that's an example for the sake of gameplay, because there's not a ton on the south side of the Arno River except for San Gimignano. Or San Miniato, damn it sounds the same.
Exactly.
It's just the syllables rearranged. Aside from San Miniato, that's like real obvious landmarks. Like the Palazzo Pitti is like the big one because it's huge. It's like half the district is this one palace.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know. Any final thoughts before we depart? You've got something big coming up on Wednesday, do you not? Or
no, I don't. Wait, crap. Do I have something on Wednesday? I don't think I have something on Friday.
Okay.
Right. Assassin's Creed Valhalla on Friday, which will be the Wild Hunt seasonal event. But past that, I think our next big thing is that you'll be coming over to my stream
I'll be on
next
Monday.
week.
Yep.
So, in case of anyone missed it, because I did see there are some people in chat who, once again, did not know who I was. I stream over at twitch.tv/ludohistory. I run that channel all by myself.
Wait, hold on. Okay, twitch.tv. I'm gonna copy the link so that YouTube can't get mad at me.
Yeah, and so I will be subjecting Blue to Amazon's MMO New World.
Yeah.
Which is going to be grand fun.
Oh, it's such a time. I've been in a few of the streams in the chat, watching as the audience member. It's so weird. It's so incongruous. None of the choices make sense.
I know. Amazingly, I saw a dev post where they actually were claiming about, oh yeah, we want to not just have historical accuracy, but actually really imagine what it feels like to be living in this hostile environment. It's like, bro, what? Whomst are you that gives you the right to say such things? So that'll be coming up exactly 1 week.
Exactly 1 week at about this time.
Exactly.
In fact, 2 hours earlier, I believe.
Exactly. The exact time we went to live today, but next week.
Yep.
So make sure you follow and do stuff over there.
Yeah.
Because I also do stream like 3 times a week, so it's like, oh yeah, that was your time. I totally forgot about like real life.
Oh yeah.
We'll cycle back to that. But if you like this kind of content here on OSP, go check it out. I do much the same thing, but perhaps certainly far less Clio. But
far less Clio, tragically.
I know.
It's unfortunate that not all streams can have Clio.
Exactly.
But if you like the kind of analysis that we got going on here, like, this is Yellow's whole deal, that he, like, specifically has a degree in. Like, my degree is in classics, and it's an undergrad degree, so, like, it's fine, but, like, you've got a master's in this shit.
And I'm getting a second master's in this shit.
You super know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The other thing that's happening, though, is if you did not know, the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, which is a place that I have very close ties to, is going on strike because they have had a multi-year hiring freeze. Or multi-year wage freeze.
Multi-year wage freeze, which is super bullshit in the middle of a pandemic.
Exactly. And so they unionized about 7 months ago and have not yet reached a contract, and so there is a 1-day strike. If you want to spread the word about that and express support for the workers as they try to, get living wages, that'd be super cool.
It's like museums are just drowning in money. They have halls and halls and halls of expensive shit, like
that they stole, but that's fine.
They stole. They didn't even have to pay for it. So, like, paying the people who work there to make the museum actually, like, visitable shouldn't be that high of a bar to clear. And yet, so we were talking about a couple streams back when Red was on the stream. We were talking about people actually have power to enact change by withholding their labor selectively to make a point. So if you think that it's bullshit that people are not being paid appropriately while executives carry on making boatloads of money, pay disparity of over tenfold, which is some bullshit, or no, 20-fold. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the numbers when I looked at it. Lots. Then please consider, tweeting something or just keeping it in your mind, because this is the bullshit that makes things change for the better.
Exactly.
When we do this, we can fix stuff.
Exactly. And, it is a super, amazing museum that has so much cool stuff that is super relevant to, both this channel and broader history and cultural heritage.
Yeah.
So, paying the people for their service is kind of cool.
Yeah, museums are wonderful, and it'd be a shame if they couldn't find people to work there because they didn't pay good wages and then no one wanted to work there anymore. Boy, that would suck. It's amazing how you only have labor shortages when you don't pay good wages. Wow, that's a shock. I didn't know that's how supply and demand worked.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so if you want to do a little bit to help out a museum with people who work very hard, who care a lot about the work that they do,
and a really good Italian Renaissance collection,
and a really good Italian Renaissance collection, then look up the stream, tweet some stuff in support, and don't give the museum any money until they cave. They will. You just got to keep the pressure up. So, that will be that for us. Pop back in a week where I will be on Yellow's channel, twitch.tv/ludohistory. And in the meantime, we've got a video coming out on Friday. Patrons know what's up. So if you're a patron, check out the page and you'll see a little preview of what's coming. This is a fun one. I'm really excited for this video. Red is also very jazzed about it too.
I know what it is. It's real good.
I am primo hyped for this one. But that will be all for us today. Please have a wonderful day. I'm trying to think of calls to action. Go pet.
Go pet your pets.
Go pet your pets. Drink some water. Hydrate. Get your booster shots if and when you are eligible. Cyan and I got ours on Friday, and we were wiped all weekend. Feeling a little better. Still not 100%, but feeling a little better, which is good. That will be it for us today. Have a wonderful day. Go check out Yellow's channel, again, twitch.tv/ludohistory, and we will see you all later. Bye!